Okay, I've decided to go ahead and use the light colored string. This string isn't quite strong enough for what I want. So it broke when I was trying to sew it. So I thought I'd go over this really quickly on how to thread one of these sewing alls. Okay, it's got a hole right here. You thread it in from the underneath. You go around this tensioner, then you go up this groove, and it comes out right there. Okay, there's a groove in the needle. Okay, you want that groove to be facing this groove. All right, and the reason for that is because you want the thread to be down in that groove. When you pull back, this thread on the far side poofs up. I normally don't worry about it too much, but it is what it is. I just got to thread the needle with my bad eyesight. There we go. Okay. Then you have to put the cap on. Thread the string through the cap so it comes out the top. That gives me trouble. What in the world? Okay. So when it comes out the top, it's like that. Pull the needle out. Let me put the bottom cap back on before I go any farther. So I forgot to tighten that down. Okay. All right. Note to self, tighten it all the way down. Okay, that should be plenty. All right, let's try this again. Fat needle for this, but the little bitty needle I couldn't get the thread through. There we go. Okay, first stitch always goes all the way through. Back a little bit, and then there is a loop. Can you see the loop? Get this thing put together so I can start loading it back up. And that way, once I get it all loaded, you guys can see it finished finally. Because I know you've been waiting patiently for that. You're a lot more patient than I have been. And the groove, the string stays tight in the groove and poofs out on the side without the groove. And that's how you know which loop to stick it through, which is where I made the mistake to start. So I didn't do that. I'm trying to make this super neat because I don't want it to look like crap because people might see this part. So I'm trying to make it super neat and tidy. Should have went ahead and put the needle on there. This is why I tie a needle onto it a lot of times. Because of this part. There we go. Oops, what did I do? Okay, there we go. See, I'm making a lot neater stitch right through here. No, because I want it to be super neat in case I run across any snobs. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tie it on the bottom side. I don't want it to be tied on the top. So, I'm going to pull some string through. There we go. And then snip it. Pull this one up here. And I'll tie it here. That way the tie will be where nobody can see it. Since this string has a tendency to come untied, I'm going to pretend it's a fishing line. Okay. Now, remember what I said about hiding the strings? Where's my big needle? There we go. I'm going to run these two ends through here. Just going to hide the ends. Doesn't make it any better, it just makes it look a little better. That's all. Like that. And I'll just run those in this. There, that's the top, right there. Okay. Now I have to take the other end of this short piece and run it down here and sew it back behind here so that there's no pressure on this part of the shoulder strap. My lighter to melt this end. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put you on hold. Okay. We're starting on the back side now. I went ahead and started the first stitch. This doesn't have to be as pretty, just as long as it's good and strong. That's all that counts. Sometimes you got to just make the loop. It's all this padding that makes it more difficult. Padding makes it very difficult. That's why I tore the padding out of this part of the shoulder strap so it'd be easier to sew. Hence, it's a good idea to have things like forceps sometimes. You know, that one did all right because we're getting a little thinner. I'm not going to make you watch me sew both sides. I just wanted you guys to see this side because the other side will just be a mirror image of it. And the reason I'm taking the time to sew this so well is because I discovered that they didn't have any reinforcing in this part. This is the only thing actually holding it up. This is just padding. That's all it is. That's it. So. But when you start taking things apart, you discover all kinds of things. I'm sure that most backpacks are that way. Simply because that this is just the padding. So. I'm pretty sure this is the same way, this piece. Oops, I broke the string. Wouldn't you know it? Doggone it. Alright. Where's my big needle? I dropped it. Where'd it go? There's my pliers. This is very thick stuff. Do something like break your string. Do something else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, wait a minute. what I did is I just tied that off. I'm going to actually get a different one and sew it again. I'm not going to sit here and let you make you watch me do this whole thing. I already pulled that one loose. But that is to make this strong. This is the strap that adjusts the top of the pack forward or back to make it more balanced. Okay, so I want to have this attached down here rather than pulling on this, because this might have something else on it, this D-ring. So, and then we got this space to clip stuff on, and then I've got the chest strap. Alright guys, if you could hit the thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Consider supporting the channel. And y'all can come back and see me.